Hey, welcome back to another class. My name is Ralph. I'm your yoga teacher. Today we have a class that is geared toward those of you who have any neck tension, neck problems, or even your upper back. So if you have a lot of tension in the back of the neck, maybe the front part of the throat, and up into the upper back, this class is going to be for you. It's going to be about 20 minutes, nothing too intense. We'll move through some postures. That way, once you finish, you'll be like, listen, I gotta do that again. So make sure you have a block or a blanket. That way you can place it underneath you when we start, just to keep a little bit of the tension off the knees and the hips. Or you can sit in a chair. So you can be on your mat or you can be in a chair, and let's practice. So once you are ready, get something comfortable on and let's get started. Started here. So if you have your block or your blanket, feel free to pop that underneath you just to give a little bit more support for the hips and the knees. And let's come to a seated position. And we'll start by working with the neck here. So place both hands on your knees. And again, you can be sitting in a chair or you could be on the floor in the yoga mat. So let's come to that seated position. Big breath in and exhale through the mouth. One more time, just like that. Breathing in deep and exhale through the mouth. Good. So let's start with the neck. So just some seated neck rolls. We'll do 5 each way. So let's start by going to the right. So inhale, drop your chin to your chest. And exhale, let's go all the way around to the right here. Feel free to close down the eyes if it's comfortable for you. And take your time going around. Find any of the sticky spots or places where there's more tension. Continue finding the breath. Good. Going around for the 3rd time. Make that big circle. And last one. Nice. And let's go the opposite way. So inhaling to the left and all the way back and coming around. Really exaggerate the motion. Just to open up the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the throat area. Good. This is 3. 4. And last one. 5. Good. Coming back to neutral. And as we move through some of these postures, just remember to bring the shoulders away from the ears. So create that space. I'll cue you throughout the class just to remind you, but just be aware of it. So let's do chin to chest here. So inhale, exhale, drop your chin to the chest. And let's look all the way up. Inhale, eyes raised, chin lifts, and exhale back down. Good. Inhale all the way up. Good. A total of 10 here. Good. This is 3. 4. Chin lifts up. Same with the eyes. Exhale, chin to chest. Halfway there. Feel free to pull back if you need to. Stop if you feel any severe pain or tension. This is 7. Few more. Find the breath. Good. And last one. Coming back to neutral. And let's roll out the shoulders here. So bring the shoulders forward and drop in the back. Good. Inhale, lift the shoulders forward. And exhale, bring them back. Total of 5. This is 3, 4, and 5. Shoulders come back to neutral. Let's go the opposite way. So inhale, push the shoulders back. Come all the way around toward the ears and bring it back toward the front. That's 1. 5 on your own. Good, that's 3. Keep lifting up through the waist. 4, last one. Good, and 5. Good, shoulders come back to neutral. Let's do a couple shrugs. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, drop. 4 more. Lift the shoulders up. Lift up through the spine and release. 2. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release. 3. Inhale, shoulders up. 4. And last one, lift the shoulders. And 5. Beautiful. Keep breathing into the back of the neck as well as the front of the throat as we move through some of the postures as well. Good. Coming back to neutral. Inhale, drop your right ear over toward the right shoulder. And let's hold it here for a moment. Continue breathing into the neck. Releasing your left hand down onto the mat or by your side. Create some space between the left shoulder and the left earlobe. If you want to get a little bit more stretch throughout this left side of the neck, bring your right hand on the left side of the face, kind of cupping the ear, and gently pull down on the head. Okay, keep creating space between that left shoulder. Try not to lift the shoulders. Create that space. Few breaths here. Last breath. Good. Release the hand, bringing the head back to neutral. And let's go to the opposite side. Deep breath in. And exhale, drop the left ear over to the left shoulder. Closing down the eyes if it feels comfortable. Release the shoulders down your back. Good. Dropping the right hand down by your side or onto the mat. Create that space between the shoulder and the ear. Left hand on top of the head, gently pulling down to create a deeper stretch. Few breaths. Nice. Slowly release the hand, bringing the head back to neutral. Both hands on the knees. Deep inhale. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, lift both arms up. We'll go to eagle arms here. So if you're familiar with eagle arms, palms facing each other. Sweep your right arm underneath the left arm. Bend the elbows. Both forearms should be facing you. And try to reach for the fingers. If you can grab a hold of the fingers or if you can place the palms together, feel free to do so. But once you get there, keep lifting up to the spine. Lift the elbows up and press your hands away from you. Few breaths here. This is opening up the back part of the scapula, so the upper back, the shoulders. Find your breath. Last breath. Good. And interlace the hands. Same with the arms. And let's go to the opposite side. Lift the arms up, palms facing each other. Sweep the left arm underneath the right. Maybe a bit tighter or different here, but just do what you can. Lift the shoulders up. Same with the elbows. And press the palms and forearms away from you. Drop your shoulders down your back. Find the breath. Last breath. Good. Slowly release. Shake out the arms, move the shoulders. And a couple cat cows here. So inhale. Both hands are on the knees. Reach the chest forward. Lift the chin up toward the sky. And exhale, curl the spine into cat. Press your back against the wall behind you. Drop your chin to your chest. And again, coming up to cow. Inhale. And exhale, press away. Curl the spines. Your stomach is reaching back toward the spine as well. Good. Let's 3 more just like that. Inhale and exhale. Let's pick up the speed a little bit. Inhale up and exhale. Press away. And last one here. Inhale up and press away. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral. And you can release or put the block or blanket over toward the side. And let's come to all fours. Stacking your wrist underneath the elbows, which are underneath the shoulders here. So inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, pressing down through the left hand. Exhale, reach that right hand all the way through. And let's come all the way down. The side of the face or the head is coming down onto the mat. Resting onto the shoulder. 5 breaths here. You can release the toes behind you. Walking the left hand up toward the mat. Last breath. Good. Bring that left hand back underneath you, pressing down into the hand, coming back to all fours. And let's go to the opposite side. So left hand reaches up to the sky, pressing down with the right hand. Exhale, thread it through, left hand all the way through and under, coming down onto the left shoulder. And find your breath here. 5 breaths. Send the breath into the upper back. Extend through the exhale. Walk your right hand up the mat. Last breath. Good. Bring that right hand back, pressing to the hand, and let's come back to all fours. And let's come down to puppy pose. So keeping a strong base with the knees, walk your hands forward, kind of like you're coming into a downward facing dog, hands and arms. Reach the hands forward, bring the head down to the mat. I usually put my forehead onto the mat. Some do the chin, whichever is more accessible to you here. But really extend out through the waist, pressing down through the hands. And drop your chest, drop your stomach down toward the mat. This is opening up the upper back, the mid back, and bringing a little bit more life, energy, and blood flow to the back part of the body. Again, if you need to ease off, if you need to come out of a position, always come back to child's pose. Taking the necessary breaks, taking the necessary movements that feel good to you. Just continue listening to the body here. Come back to the breath. 3 more. See if you can find more space, maybe dropping the chest a little bit closer to the mat. Spinning the armpits in toward each other. Last breath. Good, and release, walking the hands a tad bit back. Let's come to sphinx pose. So laying all the way down on the front part of the body. Release the toes. Make sure your elbows are stacked underneath the shoulders. Palms facing down, pressing down through the hands, pressing down through the forearms. And gently press down and lift up. So your upper body is lifting up. The back part of the body, the legs are pressing down into the mat. Tops of the feet are also pressing down into the mat. And you should start to feel this in the back. So the low back, the mid back, and start to drop your shoulders away from your ears. Once again, create that space and find the breath. A few more breaths, find more space, press down a tad bit more if you can. Inhale, drop your chin to the chest slowly. And let's keep it here for the last 2 breaths. Deep breath. Good, bring the head back to neutral. Curling the toes behind you, press down through the forearms, lift the hips up, and let's walk the knees a tad bit closer to come into child's pose. Bring the head down onto the hands. And deepen the breath here. So really, really deep breaths here. I'll guide you. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. 2 more just like that. Deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Deep breath in. And let that out. Nice work, nice work. Feel free to come down to Shavasana, just spinning all the way around just to let some of the movements, let some of the blood flow come back to its natural pace throughout the body. Palms facing up, arms by your side. Release any of the unnecessary tension that may be locked in the jaw, the hands, the feet, the stomach, the forehead. And feel free to stay here as long as you need to. But if you are finished, if you are ready to go about your day, I appreciate you for staying here and practicing with me today. See you in the next class.